Good morning, everybody. We are going to get started here in just a couple of minutes, giving people a couple minutes to get logged in. And then I'm just about to get logged in on the Instagram page as well. And I guess I should probably put my phone on Do Not Disturb, right? All right, I think we are now live on both Facebook and Instagram, so we'll have two slightly different feeds here, and of course my husband's about to walk in the door with the dog, so at least he did it before we actually got started here today. But yeah, we'll get started in just about 2 minutes here, guys, so hang tight. And as I think we've pushed around or promoted when we posted this yesterday, you do not need any equipment for what we're about to go through this morning. If you have dumbbells or a light set of weights or soup cans or whatever it might be, if you want to add a little bit of resistance, we can go ahead and add those. Hi, Otis. All right. Yep. But you do not need it, and we'll have options for everybody to move through regardless.
Otis.
All right. Watch out, bud. And for those of you that do know me and have seen this before and were asking, yes, Otis will be around this morning because I think it would be less distracting and I don't know, provide less interruption to have him moving through here than to try and keep him in his crate while we're doing this workout. So again, just about 2 minutes here, guys, and we'll get moving. Whew. And if you're watching on the Facebook page, I did put together a little bit of a playlist for this workout today. Excuse me, with music licensing fees and stuff, we cannot actually play music as part of the workout, but you can, you know, put your own music on. There's a link to the Apple Music playlist that I put together on the Facebook page if you guys want to check that out. Otherwise, just play whatever you're looking to play, whatever gets you rocking and rolling this morning. And yeah, use that to get a little motivation going. Are you going to be good, Otis?
Special appearance from Kitty as well.
Oh, yeah. And there's my cat, everyone. His name's Aries, but we call him Kitty.
Hey, come here.
And he's very jealous because Otis is getting treats right now, and he's not. I know, bud.
How many people do you have?
I don't know. 42 on Instagram.
Holy moly.
48 on Facebook.
That's awesome.
It's a big group. Hi to everyone waving on Instagram. Good morning. I can't, my phone is blocking. I can just see the people that have joined. And I'll be doing the workout with you guys this morning. To some extent, showing options so that you guys can level up or down, progress, regress the movements as you need to. And then if you guys do have any questions on what we're doing or need something additional, I will try and keep an eye on the screens. If you guys need to pop a question there, please feel free. Yeah. Again, this is my first time doing this, so I keep getting distracted by all the little reactions, and someone just put through an angry face on Facebook, so hopefully that was an accident because we haven't actually done anything yet. All right, so it's 9:31, guys. We'll get moving here. So how this is going to roll this morning, super simple, super straightforward. We'll start with a quick warm-up, and then I've broken down the boot camp into sections. We will have a strength section first, but again, that's mostly going to be body weight focused strength movements. Then we will have cardio, and then we will have a quick little core section at the end, and then we're going to go through the same movements 2 times. So if you guys want to do the full like 50 minutes, you can do it 2 times. If you want to just go through once and get a little 30-minute workout in this morning, it's sort of broken up so you guys can pause at that point. Yeah, yeah, should be pretty simple, hopefully fun, something to get you guys moving, something a little different. And yeah, let's all get moving. Cool. All right. Bye.
I'm leaving.
Alexa. Hey, all right, guys, so we'll just get started here. I'll move my towel out of the way. Hopefully the dog behaves. Everybody just start with a little march on the spot, or you can jog in place depending on what's more comfortable for you. Just let the feet move, shake the arms out. Ooh, and if you didn't remember to, start your Apple Watch right now. So you've got that tracker going, because I don't know about you, but it definitely makes a difference for me when I can look back and see what I did at the end of the day. And if anyone's asking, I usually do cross training when I do boot camp as the workout selection. I've also got my MyZone belt on, just all the tracking here going on. All right, guys, start to lift the heels up a little bit higher, really try to kick the glutes. Again, if you're not running, you can march on the spot and just exaggerate that step back so your heels come up, firing through those hamstrings, getting everything warm and ready to go. And again, I like to just keep the upper body super loose as we're doing the warm-up. And now my dog and my cat are fighting. Gonna have a little entertainment going on in the background. All right, guys, set the feet down. Just start to squat down and up. Nice and easy. You don't have to go too fast. Focus on range of motion at this point in time, as opposed to necessarily how many squats you're doing or how challenging it feels. Just warming up through the hips. Make sure you keep your chest lifted as you sit down in that squat. Option, if you want to, you can start to take the hands overhead. Just a gentle, easy warm up for the shoulders. And you can even move in and out of that reach. So bring the arms down, bring the arms up. Down and up. Make sure your heels stay connected to the floor, guys. Butt goes back, knees behind the toes. All right, bring the feet together. Switch that squat to a nice long back stepping lunge. When you step back in that lunge, guys, you want that front knee over your ankle. You should be able to see your big toe. And when we're stepping back, we are aiming for a 90-90 position between both those knees. And again, shoulders above hips. In everything we do, we want to keep the chest lifted and the core engaged. All right, with that lunge, guys, start to add a little twist. Just rotating through the ribs. Super easy. Don't unplug it, Otis. A little bit of a warm up for the spine, a little bit for the core. If you want to extend longer, you can take the hands out to the side. All right, now I'm trying to look at my view to see if you guys will be able to see me if we come to the floor. Everybody give me one more on each side. All right, and we're gonna come down to the floor. So set up a plank. Whoop, I'm gonna back up a little bit. All right, guys, set up a plank. So elbows, wrists, and shoulders are aligned. You can be on your knees or on your toes. Again, this is just a warm up. Draw the shoulder blades down the spine. Squeeze through the back, squeeze through the glutes, core, hamstrings, thighs. And then we're gonna add just a little shoulder tap, right and left. Super easy, super chill. Try to keep the torso square as you're moving through that piece of work. All right, team, everybody do 2 more each side. And then make your way back to stand. All right, so let's get into the work. How this is gonna work. We have 4 sets in our strength training phase. We're going to be in each set for 2 minutes, and we've got 2 moves that we're rotating back and forth. Again, I'm gonna do stuff with you. If you have dumbbells, if you wanna grab a light set here, you can. I'm gonna show the body weight option, just because I feel like the majority of people aren't, we may not be lucky enough to have a full set of barbells at their house, as someone just posted, which I envy you. All right, guys, so step on back. The first one, what we're gonna start with, if you have those light dumbbells, grab 2 sets. And again, 2 minutes. So first move is going to be 5 back stepping lunges. And then we're gonna come to the floor for some switch climbers. So let me just get my timer started. 2 minutes. So we step back. If you've got dumbbells, you're pushing to the ceiling. If not, just use your body weight resistance. Stepping back 5 times into that lunge. Right and left is 1. Anytime we're working alternate legs or alternate parts of the body. I think that was 4. And then we're gonna come to the floor. And we have several options here. Back into that plank position. Option number 1, Spider-Man plank, tapping the toes and knees wider than the elbows. Option 2, you can add a little jump switch there. Option 3, we can take it up to a switch climber. So that's pushing off through the palms of the hands, taking the heels up to the ceiling. Again, levels, you can even do that tap from your knees if you need to. Once you've done 5, right and left is 1, come back to those lunges. And then you guys can just keep cycling through at your own pace. We've got about 50 seconds left in this set. Really try to squeeze through the shoulder blades as you're working. And again, you don't need resistance, anything more than body weight to get that fire in the shoulders. I'm really bad at counting while I'm trying to coach. It's why I usually teach formats that have to do with music. 30 seconds left, guys. Again, all the different levels, all the different options, wherever you need to work today. And if anybody, yes, we can post it to the save story so you guys can come back to it later. 10 more seconds, team. And if anybody has wrist or shoulder issues, I'm just looking, we do have some additional work on the floor, so I will build in options if you guys can't come to that plank pose. All right, team, hold. Next one, we have walking plank push-ups, and then we have an L-shaped lunge. So the push-ups, we're gonna come to the floor. We step, hi buddy, yep. We step 2 to the right, hit a push-up, and then 2 to the left, hit a push-up. And if you've got to notice, it just adds an extra level of ability. You can also stay right here, tabletop position, and step out and in. We start in 3, 2, 1. So we've got 5 of those, guys. And yes, left and right is 1, so you're really doing 10 push-ups. So we walk over, drop into the push-up. Walk over, into the push-up. That's 1. As you are walking, try to keep your ribs and hips from twisting. I know. What you doing, Bubba? Thank you. Luckily, Otis got a new toy from his grandma last night, so that's keeping him occupied right now. So Edie, if you're watching, thank you. And again, guys, you can take it to tabletop and go right and left without. Once you've done 5, come up to a stand. We have a lateral lunge to a back stepping lunge. Out and in. Pushing off the back leg in both those steps. So that's this leg here, and then this leg here. Once you've done 5 on one side, then switch it up. Out and back. Out and back. So working multiple directions in the thigh, and then challenging the core a little bit for balance. Once you've done 5 on the right, 5 on the left, back to the floor, hit those push-ups once again. The steps don't have to be too big. Just working in that stability and functional strength training. I think this is 5. Once you're done, right back up into that lunge. Out and back. Out and back. All right, guys, 10 seconds left. Try to finish up the set. And 3, 2, 1. Next up, we have a pause jump squat. So we start down low, we lift up, and then we reset with that little pause at the bottom. If you don't want to jump today, big explosion onto the calves and then pop back down. 5 of those, then we're gonna come to a hover, sweep, and drag the hand. 3, 2, 1. So start low, push, pause. Push, pause. Or calf raise and drop down. Extending all the joints in the body, lifting through the quads, calves, and squeezing the glutes. Once we've done 5, we come to the floor. We set up a hover, so forearms to the floor this time. We are gonna reach the hand out, drag along the floor, and then reset. Switch sides. So as you take that hover, guys, really push the fingertips into the floor and imagine you can move whatever is below you. That's gonna help get that strength work through the upper body. Again, hover can be from the knees or from the toes. And if you can't come to the floor, you can even take that same arm motion just in the air. Or if you want to, stay down, sit. You can hold that squat, nope, sit. Come on, dude. We were doing so well. You can sit, hold here, and just take a big sweep using both arms. All right, and then again, once you finish that work on the floor, come back into that pause squat. Push and pause. Push, pause. So that pause should get the muscles firing even a little bit more than if we just use momentum to fire straight through. And then again, we're back to the floor for that hover sweep. Pushing the fingertips into the floor. Or pushing an Otis out of their way. Ooh. Thanks, buddy. Ow. Definitely makes things more interesting. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, this is our last set in the strength training phase. Sit down, please. Sit. So, first move, we are gonna get low. And we have a squat jack. So we are holding that low position and we are jumping the feet out and in. Option if you're not jumping, step wide and narrow. 5 of those. Then we are coming back to the floor for a plank row. 3, stop. 3, 2, 1. So again, staying low, jumping out and in, trying to keep the knees over the ankles, or you can step wide and narrow. Then we are coming to the floor, just setting up plank, body weight, or if you have dumbbells, you can use dumbbells. Pull and pull. Elbows staying close, trying to wrap our shoulder blades into our ribs. Option here, if you're not coming to the floor, same thing, just in a bent over row position. Right and left is 1. Once you've done 5, come back up, set low again, out and in. Keeping the knees soft and decelerating into that squat. Then again, back to the floor. Right and left is 1. For 5. And then back up. And we just keep cycling through. Back to the floor, guys. And 5. And again, option if you're not jumping. We are stepping, still trying to keep those knees tracking over our ankles. We got 30 seconds left, team. And back to the floor. Or again, if you need that option, you can stay right here. And you can build plenty of resistance without any equipment at all. Just really focus on squeezing and activating through the muscles, right through the back. Elbows stay close to the ribs, and we squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Now, that last section, whoop, I'm out of the frame. That last section kind of got us started, but we are going to move into the cardio section. So we're going to move a little bit quicker, and now our reps move to 10 instead of 5. So first set, first 2 moves. We've got air jacks, and then we've got a ladder run. Option, you can take a regular jumping jack, or you can tap the feet out and in. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. So we've got 10. Making sure we control the landing, coming down soft. And again, you can tap, you can stay on the floor for a basic jump jack. What I want you to focus on is really extending through all those limbs as far as you can. Then ladder run. Upper body relax. We quickly move the feet out and in. 10 times. Broken down. It's out, out, in, out, out, in. And then as you get comfortable with that, you increase the speed. Once you've done 10, right back to those air jacks. And then back to speed. Wherever you're working, guys, try to keep rolling and see if you can get this 2-minute interval to spike your heart rate. Spike your heart rate. Just a little too tall there for my living room. And on that ladder run, see if you can switch whichever leg starts the movement. I'm left side, so I tend to always start with my left foot out. So I have to consciously think about starting with the right and just giving each side a chance to lead off. Relax the shoulders, abs are braced strong. Focus is on the legs. And again, even if you started with the air jacks, you can roll in another option anytime. 3, 2, 1, hold. Next one, guys, we've got Heisman's. So 3 steps, right and left, dropping into a single leg squat. Then we've got plyometric lunges or single back stepping lunges. 10 and 10. This one, right and left is 1. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So a little lateral training, making sure we get working 360 degrees of our muscles. When you drop, you want to bring your heel to the floor. Show you on this side. Heel to the floor, hips are back, just like a little squat. Brace the abs and make sure you don't drop in the torso as you drop in the hips. And if you want, you can even take out that impact and bring it to a march, side to side. Kitty's over it, he's going upstairs. Time for his nap. And then guys, we're switching to lunges. So, plyometric if you have it. If you don't, just try to move quickly through back stepping. And wherever you are, guys, we still want 90-90 in the knees. Front knee over ankle, chest is up, and you can use a little bit of momentum in the upper body. Once you've done 10, right back to those Heisman's. And see if you can increase speed in that side-to-side movement. If you want to get a little cheesy with it, you can pretend like you got that football. Clearly, I've never played football. Would it be this side? I think it would be that side. Anyway, 10 again, and then back to your lunges. Driving out of your front heel, you want to use the glutes in your front leg to drive that lift. and then back. 3, 2, hold. All right, guys, next one. This is another one where we're going to the floor. Watch first, then I'll show options. So we've got a sprawl. So we are coming down, running forward, jump in, jump out, push back, and stand. So we start and finish with a squat. Heels come down, whoop, heels come down, and then rise up. Option if you don't want to do that. If you don't want to come to the floor, low squat, 2 walks forward, 2 walks back, and stand. Then we've got rock star jumps, heels to glutes. 3, 2, 1. So that's sprawl again. Come down to the floor, knees jump, forward, back. We squat and stand. Brace the belly on that walk forward, guys. None of this in the hips and shoulders. Brace strong and inch the hands forward. Or again, you can come down to the squat, step forward, step back, and stand. If you want to add a little bit of resistance in the upper body, reach the hands out forward. Do a little bit of a, I guess, sort of Frankenstein walk there. Draw the shoulder blades together, and then just put a little tension in the top of the arms. And then our rock star jumps. We drop and lift the heels. If you don't want to jump, squat, flex the hamstring. Squeeze the glutes through as you come up. So we want to try to extend through the hips so we get that full squeeze in the butt. Whew. You can push the arms away. You can swing the arms with. Or again, take that non-impact option. Apparently my husband's watching. You just told me my football pros was rough. All right, guys, once you've done 10, we're back to the sprawls. In, out, and back. On that in-out jump, keep the hips low. And if you don't want to jump, step and step, forward and back. My dog's currently outside barking at something. I think it's my neighbor. Otis. Otis. I'm gonna regret that. Woo, yep. All right, guys, once you've done 10 sprawls, back to those rock star jumps. We got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. All right, guys, last round. Burpees, and then a hopscotch jump. Burpees, however you want to do them. Jump, step, push up, tuck jump, no push up. Just rock out 10. Option, if you have an elevated surface at home, you can put the hands on the elevated surface, step down and in, that way. Then hopscotch, out and in, traveling forward. That's an unfortunate shot, sorry. And then fast feet to the back. We'll go this way. Out and in. Again, lifting that heel, and then feet move quickly to the back. 10 burpees, 10 hopscotch jumps in 3, 2, 1, go. So out and in. Traveling forward as far as you've got room, and then quick feet to the back. I just realized I said burpees were first, but you know what? We're on the fly here, so modify as you need to. And then on those fast feet, oh yeah, I thought you'd like this one. Stay down. I'm gonna spill my water and spill my coffee. And on those fast feet, guys, think about picking up your toes. So if you're on a like not carpeted surface, we shouldn't hear your sneakers squeaking. Then on the burpees, do you get that towel? We squat first, bring the hands to the floor, push up, no push up, and then come in. Or you can come down, step back, step in, and stand. Down, back, in, and stand. Or use that elevated surface, whatever it might be. Couch, chair, table, Otis. Just find ways to move and make it work for you. Another option, if you don't want to come down at all, squat, tap back, tap back, and stand. We have 40 seconds left, guys. You can also level up to add a little more impact if you want. Something as simple as a knee drive. That is if you feel like getting that heart rate even higher than you do just with the basic burpee. Whew, 20 seconds, team. Five seconds, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, hold. All right, team. Next up, we're moving to our core section. So if you want to grab a drink, now's the time to do it. Woo. My dog is also chewing on my mat. So what we've got, guys, we have a 4-minute section here. 30 seconds for each movement, short transitions. Most of them are holds or one consistent movement that we are doing for that 30-second time. All but 2, nope, just kidding. We have hovers in this. So if you don't want to go onto your stomach, keep an eye and an ear open. I'll show you options, even if it's just tabletop. So can you not, could I have this? Okay, fine, we'll just use the floor and then we'll mop. All right, guys, so first one, we are gonna come onto our back for a hollow hold. So simply drawing ribs down towards hips, lifting the shoulder blades, lifting the heels. 30 seconds there, and then we will roll to our next one. So come on down, get ready, get set. In 3, 2, 1, go. So lift up, and it's just an isolation, just a hold right here in the middle part of the core. Tuck your chin, draw your ribs towards your hips, and imagine you're squeezing, trying to get the bottom rib to touch the top of your hip. 15 more seconds, guys. Yep, hi, buddy. 10 more seconds. Thank you. Can you get this? Look, go get it. All right, next up, we roll over, we set up a hover. 30 seconds in the hover, forearms to the floor, knees or toes, or if you want, you can simply come to tabletop and really focus on drawing that belly button in towards the spine. 3, 2, 1. So hover, push the forearms into the floor to lift up through the chest, roll the shoulder blades down the spine, spin the tailbone down to pull the lower part of the abs in. And you're already halfway. If you need to, you can bring the knees down at any time. Or as I said, you can come to tabletop and just really lift up and put that squeeze into the core. After this, guys, we're gonna go back on our backs for a bicycle crunch. 3, 2, 1, on your back. Fingertips to temples, and we twist. Right, left, right, left. There we go, thanks, Otis. So keep the elbows wide and try to pull the opposite shoulder towards opposite hip. You guys have 5 more seconds in this one. Much more about control in this movement than speed. I want you to really feel the obliques firing as opposed to going quickly. 3, 2, 1. We come back to that hover, and this time we've got a toe tap. So set up the hover, and you are going to tap the feet right and left, out and in. In 3, 2, 1, go. So toe tap, right and left. So as we tap the feet out and in, we want to keep the hips level, nothing bouncing. And if you need to, again, knees can come to the floor, and that tap just becomes a little slower and a little more controlled. So feeling it a little bit in the glutes and the hamstrings. And a full body workout. Nope, not the... Siri thought I needed something. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1. Next one, back onto your back. We have a crunch with an extension. So lift knees and elbows towards each other, then take them apart, and then bring them back together. So we reach everything out, everything in. Option, toes tap, head lowers, and we lift up in a C crunch without that extension. If you have not already, go ahead and start, please. On that extension or the tap, try to keep your low back pressing to the floor. So we don't want anything to lift up as we work the core. We got 10 more seconds, guys. All right, next up, we stay on the back. Legs go to the ceiling, and we simply reach up, trying to tap the toes. Roll right in when you're ready. We've got about 25 seconds left in this one. So again, as you lift up, tuck the chin. If you need to add that little bit of support for the head, you can take the fingertips back to the temples. Just make sure you're not pulling on the back of the neck as you lift up towards the ceiling. While your legs are in the air, keep squeezing the thighs in towards the chest. 3, 2, 1. We've got 2 more movements, team. Stay on your back. We are going to work a hip bridge. So heels touch the floor, come in close to the glutes. We are going to press the hips up to the ceiling while still keeping engagement in the abs. If you haven't already, start. 3, 2, go. Try to keep your hips from touching the floor between reps just to keep more tension through the glutes. And when you guys push up, you don't necessarily have to lift any higher than the mid-back off the floor. When we start to push up here, we are engaging more through the spine and losing some of the work in the hamstrings and the glutes. So focus on feeling everything right through the back of the legs and do not let it shift into the spine. All right, guys, last movement, roll over. Come back to that hover one more time. Set up, forearms stacked below, and we are going to rotate through that hover, right and left. Go ahead and get that rolling. If you need to, you can switch and you can put the knees on the floor. So if you were working with the knees on the floor, we are coming here, keeping that bottom knee down as we rotate. As you rotate, make sure shoulders stack to the ceiling, hips stack. Don't over-rotate and come behind. Just one straight line, bottom to top. 5 more seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. All right, so that was one round through. If you feel like you're good, take a couple minutes, let your heart rate come down, take a few stretches. If not, if you're ready to keep rolling, we're going to do that same thing again. So we go back to our strength section. Guys, I don't think I've said this yet, and I haven't been a good proponent of it. If you haven't, get a drink of water. Make sure you are hydrating as the weather is suddenly taking a turn for the warmer. Also, staying hydrated is really important part of staying healthy. All right, guys, so remember our first set was those back stepping lunges and then coming to the floor for either the Spider-Man plank or the switch climbers. Thanks, guys. If anyone's logging off, keep an eye out on the page. Hopefully we'll be sorting out a few more options for you in the coming days and weeks. So just stay tuned, watch your email, check social media. And yeah, if you're logging off, thank you guys so much for logging in. And we're gonna go for round 2. So again, guys, 5 back stepping lunges with that overhead press, and then 5 of those right-left plank options on the floor. 2 minutes through. We're gonna roll just a hair quicker this time since we've already done everything once. 3, 2, 1, 2 minutes. And again, we're moving back to the strength phase. So you guys can chill out a little bit. Doesn't have to go super fast. I want you to focus more on engaging the muscles and feeling that squeeze right now in the thighs, shoulders, and upper back. Now when we come to the floor, if you're taking that switch climber option, that is probably going to get your heart rate up a little bit. So again, building, we can tap the toes, bringing the knees outside the elbows. We can run in that wide mountain climber, or we can lift up for our switch climbers. And then when you're done, back up. back into those lunges and our shoulder press. Now when you're pushing, guys, I want you to really feel the upper back squeezing in. So draw the elbows into the ribs, squeeze the shoulder blades together, whew, and make those muscles work. And then again, back to the floor. We got 30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds. Make sure the weight is in the hands. We're not shifting back here. We are forward, so we are still challenging the shoulders. All right, 15 seconds, guys. Let's see if we can wrap up that set. Oh, sorry, bud. Three, two, one. Next, we've had those walking plank push-ups and then that L lunge. So remember, that's the out and back, out and back. When you're ready, head to the floor. 3, 2, 1. So head down, and again, we've got 2 steps into a push-up. 2 steps into a push-up. Hi, puppy. Right and left is 1. So even though I'm saying 5 reps, we're really doing 10 push-ups. And again, you can come to a tabletop position to take out some of that intensity, but still keep the form in your push-up super strong. And you've still got a little bit of work going on through the core and making sure that we don't just collapse and fall into the push-up. Then once you've done your 10, we step out and back, out and back. Make sure each step is nice and long, and we are driving out of the heel of our stationary leg to keep us moving. Once you've done 5, back to the floor for our push-ups. Check in on the time here. We've got 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. And guys, as we start to get tired going through round 2, that's when that brace in the core and the stabilization comes even more important. Oops. It's really hard to have depth perception when you're trying to use a computer and a phone screen to figure out where you are in the room. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1. If you're like me and need to be even and want to do the other side, do the other side. Next up, guys, we have those pause squats and then our hover sweeps. So when you're ready, get set. 3, 2, we start low. 1, so we jump up and wait. Up and wait. When we jump up, we push off the toes to propel and then land in the heels to brace at the bottom. And again, you can take out the jump if you don't want to jump, but keep that pause. How long you pause is entirely up to you. I will say the longer, the harder that's going to be and the more you're going to feel that burn in your quads. Then our hover sweeps. We come to the floor, forearms down, we press the fingertips and drag the floor around. So you should feel that in your shoulders, a little bit in your chest, and then your upper back. And I don't know if you can appreciate, but I've got a little bit of twist happening in my hips right now because I'm starting to get tired, and I really want to fight that to try and keep my torso as stable as possible. I'm also sliding on the floor because I'm sweaty. So once you've done 5 right and left, stand back up, back to that pause squat. Push and hold. Push, hold. Stealing this back from you. And try to keep moving, guys, for that full 2 minutes. No, it's my towel. Thanks, bud. 3, 2, 1. Okay. You smell like grass. You ready? Go get it. All right, guys. Last set in the strength. We've got squat jacks out and in, and then plank rows on the floor. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Get low, out and in. It's just 5. Then we come to the floor, squeezing through the upper back again. Right and left is 1. Stand back up, back to our jacks, or tapping in and out. And again, just like I talked about in those ladder runs, switch legs, that is leading that movement, if you are stepping out and in. Whew. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I don't think I've ever talked this much during a boot camp. Whew. Last set of strength moves, guys. Oh, no, 30 seconds. My watch keeps switching back into my workout away from my timer, so I apologize. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, guys, we move to our cardio work. First set, 10 air jacks, 10 ladder runs. Are we ready? Ooh, we're dwindling. All right, guys, cardio. Woo, we're only in this for 8 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Air jacks. Ladder runs, speed work. And again, you don't have to jump. You can tap your jacks. You can take a regular jumping jack. You can mix them up. You can jump with your dog. Where's your bone? Go get your bone. Ladder run afterwards, guys. Here, come here. Right here. Get that. Get this, here. Right there, good boy. Out and in. Quick feet. All right, accountability. I've done one of those with the left, one of those with the right. Keep moving, guys. You got 30 seconds left. Make sure you keep the arms moving just as big as the legs, because that's going to help keep your heart rate up. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, next up, Heisman's. I won't do the football pose again. And then plyometric or back stepping lunges. 3, 2, 1, go. Speed. Back and forth. Lateral movement, then anterior, posterior. 360 degrees. I think that was 10. Then lunges. And then back to it again. Options to keep moving. You can step. Still pushing through the outer heel. And then targeting hip flexors and core in your knee drive. And then lunges. If you're not feeling that jump, step back long. Wherever you are, use that front heel. Glue it into the floor and pull yourself through or up as opposed to pushing from the back leg. As you get more comfortable, can you push a little wider in that step? Three, 2, 1. Next up, we've got that sprawl. So down to the floor, knees jump in and out. And then walk back, or squat, step forward, step back, and then rock star jumps with the heel lift. 3, 2, 1, go. 2 minutes. 10 and 10. Make sure in and out of the sprawl. I don't know that you can see it on the Instagram feed. You are squatting first, running forward through the hands, and then walking back into that squat before you stand up. Whew. That's going to help get the legs working. Also, help protect your low back. Brace through the core. Belly button pulls in, keeping everything tight and supported. I think that was 10. What else? We're moving, we're sweating, right? Then rock star jumps, heels lift, or squat and squeeze to the glutes. If you're taking that squat, you get to do right and left to get to your 10 count. 30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, last one. Burpees, and then our hopscotch jumps. Again, burpees however you want to do them. Elevated, push up, top jump. Have fun with it. It's our last round. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Guys, the key in that burpee is really planting the palms when you land and using the shoulders and the upper part of the core to pull the legs back to where the hands are. So, if I can find room, when you jump back, as you pull in, you want to think about the feet replacing the hands. That's your aim. That's going to set you up in a strong position to come to stand. It's also really going to fire through that whole upper part of the body. All right, 45 seconds in. All right, and then our hopscotch jumps again. Out, in, out, in. And then quick feet as we travel back. Again, different view. Out and in. So opposite foot lifts across. I know it's probably been a while since we've all played hopscotch, but hopefully it comes back to you a bit. For space, guys, just for reference, I'm doing 5 right and left because that's all I got room for in my living room. If you have room for less, do less, more, do more. Just play around with it. And then as you move back, pick up those feet. Nobody's sneakers should be squeaking. You're not kicking up any grass. Last 10 seconds, guys, last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, core. 4 minutes and we're done. And I hope some of you will stay around for a quick little stretch at the end. So, guys, on your back. First move is our hollow hold. Gonna bring my cheat sheet down onto the floor with me so we can move a little quicker through. All right, guys, so again, on your back. 30 seconds, no, of each move. Hollow hold is first. On your back. 3, 2, 1, go. So again, lift up through the chest, lift up through the legs. Option if you need, you can bring the knees bent above the hips and still focus on that pull from your ribs towards your hips. You got 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. Five seconds, guys. Try to keep breathing. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Roll over. Move number 2 is our hover hold. So forearms to the floor, knees, toes. In 3, 2, 1. Go. Press the forearms into the floor. Yes, this is a core focus movement, but when we talk about core, I want you guys to think shoulder to thighs. So in pressing out of the floor, we're engaging the shoulders and the chest. It's also helping us lift more into what we traditionally think of as our core muscles. Then we squeeze all through the hips, thighs, glutes to get everything firing. You guys have 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. On your back. Next move is our bicycle crunch. So knees above hips, fingertips to temples. We start right and left. Big twist. Push the toes away from you. Option if you need it, tap the toes to the floor instead of extending the legs. The focus needs to be that rotation through the midsection first. And then once we feel good there, then we can add length. Just like anything, keep the low back pressed towards the floor. You've got 3 more seconds. All right, guys, roll over back to our hover. We've got our hover with our toe tap. So forearms to the floor, knees or toes, right and left tap. In 3, 2, 1, go. Go. So tapping the toes out and in. As you tap the toes, squeeze your quads to keep your legs straight. Try to keep the hips from bouncing. You're already halfway there. 15 seconds. Oh no. My live video ended on Instagram. Sorry, Instagram people. I'll see if I can start it up one more time. You guys have 3, 2, 1. Next move, we're on our backs. We've got our extended crunch. So crunch in and then reach long. In 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds. Crunch in, reach long. Let's try to go back. There we go. Start. Whoop. Crunch in and reach back. Sorry, Instagram people. Instagram cut me off. We're on the crunch in and extend. In and out long. You got 10 seconds left here. 10 seconds left here. In and long. 3, 2, stay right where you are. Toes to the ceiling. Draw the thighs towards the chest and simply reach up towards the feet. Lifting your shoulder blades off the floor. Again, drawing thighs towards the chest to activate the lower part of the abs. Drawing ribs down towards the hips. Lifting chest up towards the ceiling. You guys have 10 seconds on this one. 10 seconds. And then we're going to keep right on rolling. 3, 2, 1. Heels to the ground. Hip bridge. Push the hips to the ceiling. Still keeping connection through the core. Trying to keep the spine long as you push up tall. Make sure your heels stay on the floor. 1, that's going to help fire the muscles in the back of the thighs. 2, it's going to help protect your knees. Speaking of knees, just like in our squat, they should be right above your ankle. Don't let them fall in towards each other or splay out wide. Just straight line down to the knees. 3, 2, 1. Last move, guys, our rotating hover. So forearms to the floor, stacked, and we switch right and left in 3, 2, 1. So as you roll through the middle, try to get ribs and hips to move together. So we're moving like we are one long plank, one long board, not 2 pieces connected in the middle. If you need to, bring the knees to the floor. Make sure you control through the middle. This is our last movement, guys. Last movement. You have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, guys. That was our boot camp workout for today. Everybody come to a kneeling position. Bring one knee to the front. I'm going to make it a super quick stretch and cool down, but we want to make sure we're not just focusing on getting our heart rate up, we're focusing on recovery too, especially as our activity levels change during this time. We want to make sure we keep mobility. Lift the arm up, extend the stretch up through the top of the torso. Take a little lean towards the front knee. See how that shifts the stretch in the hip flexor a little bit more to the outside. All right, guys, take the hips to the back. Stretch through that hamstring. Hips are square, chest stays lifted. If you want to go a little deeper, you can take the fingertips to the floor. But again, keep your chest tall. All right, guys, take that front foot, slide it back underneath the hips. Lean the torso forward, press your heel towards the floor, and feel that stretch right in the back part of the leg, right in the lower part of the calf. All right, and switch sides. Take that same sequence on the other side. Lean forward, opening through the hip flexor, top of the thigh. Big stretch to the ceiling, take it up taller. Add that little bit of a lean. Take the hips to the back, hamstring stretch. Thank you guys so much for logging in this morning and joining me for this workout. Hopefully you enjoyed it. we will post this to our social media pages. I'll also take a picture of the workout that I have written down, so you guys can reference that as well. Feel free to follow me on my pages. There's a lot more Otis content if you enjoyed that, and I'm sure will be more than usual in the coming days. Slide the heel back, guys. Find that stretch through the soleus, the Achilles. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You know, I'll be on the Merit page, I can see, and I know our marketing team and our digital team is still tuned in and responding to whatever questions people have during this, we'll say, challenging time. But we'll also look at it as an opportunity, right? So coming up to stand, guys, knees together, push the hips through, stretch out through the quads. Chest is tall still. Take that same foot, place the heel behind, weight in the outside of the heel, shift the hips to the side wall. Same sequence on the other side. And then we just have 2 more stretches after this, guys, if I can keep you with me. Heel down behind, weight in that back leg as we push the hips to the side. Feel that nice big stretch through the IT band. All right, guys, open the palms out wide, take them back behind your torso, and then clasp the fingertips behind. Push your knuckles towards the floor, lift up through the chest. My Alexa is on and she just asked me if I was trying to shop for push your knuckles, whatever that might mean. All right, guys, ankle across the knee, sit back, opening through the outer hip and the glutes. A little balance challenge to finish us off. Step up, switch legs. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Keep an eye out on the Merit pages. We're, trying to keep options to help you guys stay active while we're all stuck inside. And again, if you have any questions, reach out. Go drink a big glass of water. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. So even if it's just taking a walk with those who live immediately with you, or finding a friend that you can stay 6 feet away from while you guys are outside, I hope you find a way to enjoy today. Thank you. Have a good one.